Tesla just killed one of its most iconic vehicles, and what's replacing it might completely change how we think about the brand. The Model X is gone, and in its place, Tesla is bringing something unexpected: a stretched, six-seat version of its best-selling SUV. This is the 2027 Tesla Model YL, and the real question is simple. Can a bigger Model Y actually replace the Model X? Or is this just Tesla cutting corners to save money? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Zabi Auto, the channel where we break down the newest cars with honest insights and real-world perspective. Today we're taking a first look at the Tesla Model YL, and this one matters more than it might seem at first glance. If you enjoy detailed automotive reviews that go beyond just specs, make sure to subscribe and join us for more. Let's get into it. From the outside, the Model YL looks almost identical to the standard Model Y, and that's intentional. Tesla isn't reinventing the design here. Instead, they're stretching it. The body is about 7 inches longer overall, with roughly 6 inches of that added directly to the wheelbase. It's a subtle change, but if you look closely, the proportions feel slightly more elongated, especially around the rear doors and roofline. What stands out to us is how disciplined this approach feels. Tesla didn't chase a dramatic redesign. They simply solved a spacing problem. And honestly, we think that restraint works in its favor. Moving to the rear, the changes become a little more noticeable. The roofline extends further back to accommodate the third row, and the rear doors are slightly larger to improve access for passengers getting into that back section. The overall silhouette still reads as unmistakably Model Y, just elongated. This isn't a flashy transformation, but for a vehicle that's replacing the Model X, it feels like the right kind of quiet confidence. Tesla is betting that buyers care more about space than spectacle. Step inside, and this is where the Model YL actually earns its place in the lineup. Instead of the standard bench seat and cramped optional third row that many Model Y owners have criticized, the L version comes with a proper 2-2-2 seating configuration. That means real second-row captain's chairs, complete with heating and ventilation, replacing the old 3-across bench entirely. Third-row legroom is now genuinely usable, reportedly comparable to mid-sized 3-row SUVs like the Explorer, Palisade, or Telluride. That's a significant claim, and if it holds true in real-world testing, it directly addresses the biggest complaint about the standard Model Y's third row. We actually think this is the smartest move Tesla has made in this segment in years. Many electric SUVs treat a third row as an afterthought. By making the second row proper captain's chairs and pushing real effort into third row space, Tesla is signaling that this isn't a marketing gimmick. It's a legitimate attempt to serve families who need 6-passenger capability without stepping up to something like a Model X ever did. In terms of technology, expect the Model YL to carry over everything from the current Model Y lineup. That means the large central touchscreen, a rear seat display for second-row passengers, Tesla's suite of driver assistance features, and the same minimalist, touchscreen-dependent interior philosophy the brand is known for. If you're someone who prefers physical buttons, this won't change your mind. But if you're already bought into Tesla's ecosystem, the Model YL simply extends that experience to more passengers. Now let's talk performance and range, because this is where things get interesting. For now, the Model YL is only being offered in a single configuration, the premium long wheelbase all-wheel drive Launch Series, mechanically mirroring the current Model Y premium AWD powertrain. With standard 19-inch wheels, Tesla estimates around 325 miles of range. Opt for the 20-inch wheels, and that number drops slightly to 320 miles, which is a relatively small sacrifice considering the added size and weight of the vehicle. Here's our take. Tesla clearly engineered this platform carefully. A comfort-tuned suspension system was specifically developed to manage the extra mass without compromising the smooth driving dynamics people expect from a Model Y. Pricing is where this vehicle gets more complicated. Right now, the Model YL Launch Series starts at $61,990, making it actually more expensive than even the performance trim of the standard Model Y. For comparison, a base Model Y AWD costs $41,990, and the premium trim runs $49,990. That's a substantial jump. and it puts the Model YL closer to premium three-row SUV territory than a simple stretched crossover. Industry analysts speculate that cheaper trims could eventually bring pricing down closer to the $43,990 to $53,990 range. But for now, if you want the extra space, you're paying a serious premium for it. This is where Tesla needs to tread carefully. The Model Y's appeal has always been rooted in strong value relative to the competition. If the Model YL stays locked into this fully loaded, expensive launch series pricing for too long, it risks alienating the exact family buyers it's designed to attract. The obvious comparison here is the space the Model X used to occupy, along with rivals like the Hyundai IONIQ 9 and other three-row electric SUVs entering the market. Unlike the Model X, the Model YL doesn't try to be a performance flagship with falcon wing doors and dramatic styling. It's a practical, no-nonsense answer to a very specific problem: real third-row space in an EV that doesn't cost six figures. So where does this leave the 2027 Tesla Model YL? This isn't a replacement built on spectacle. It's Tesla acknowledging that the Model X's era is over and choosing practicality over prestige. We like this direction. Instead of chasing a flashy relaunch, Tesla stretched what already works and fixed the third-row problem that's frustrated Model Y buyers for years. That said, execution and pricing will determine everything. If Tesla brings more affordable trims to market quickly, this could become one of the smartest family EVs available. If it stays locked at this price point, it may struggle to justify itself against traditional three-row rivals. Based on what we've seen so far, we're cautiously optimistic. This could end up being one of the most practical vehicles in Tesla's entire lineup, even if it isn't the most exciting. So what do you think about the Tesla Model YL replacing the Model X? Is this the right move, or should Tesla have built something more dramatic? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from Zabi Auto. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.